All right. Hey, team. Welcome to our weekly Monday Night Huddle. I'm Amber Ike, and thanks for tuning in tonight, y'all. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna share my screen in a second and hope it works. But who wants to guess? Some of my girls probably know what one of my favorite movies is that I always quote. But what would you guys think? Name one of my top movies that I always quote.
Field of Dreams.
Casey for 30 points. I'm such a nerd. Okay, so I really hardly ever watch movies, but for some reason, that movie sticks with me all the time. And I really don't even remember movies. Like, you can ask me what happened in The Lion King, and I remember like one thing, and that's it, which is really sad. But Field of Dreams, like, I just remember it. And I think I was 6 years old when it came out. So anyways, I'm going to show you guys the trailer of it. Who has not seen Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner? Has everyone seen it? Rebecca, you need to go watch that right after this, okay? Okay, well, I am going to show this. Hang on, let me make sure I can do it. It's just the trailer. Okay, ready, guys? Can you guys see that? Give me a thumbs up. Can you guys see it? Yeah? Okay, cool. All right.
What's going on here? Hey, Amber.
Yeah.
Nobody can hear it.
Oh, you guys can't hear it?
No.
Oh, bummer. I'm sitting over here like tearing up. And I saw the chat thing going crazy, but I couldn't read it. Well, bummer. What's that? Oh, did somebody say something? Okay. Well, maybe I'll just post it on our team page then, because you guys have got to see the trailer. That is such a bummer. I'm trying to figure out why it wasn't doing the audio. That's so funny.
You want to try it again?
Let me try it again. And then Casey, I can see you when I pull it up. Like, I can only see a couple of faces. So just give me a thumbs up. Okay, hang on. Let me try it again. Bummer. I'm like sitting over here like eating popcorn. Just kidding. Okay, let me start over. Do you see it? Okay.
Whoops, I see it.
Okay, hang on it. Do you hear it, Casey?
No.
Bummer. Okay, well, it was like 3 minutes, so I'll just post on our team page, and then you guys can get the full effect. That's a bummer. Hopefully you guys are, if this is at least like jogging your memory of what the movie is about, though. Okay, so I was, oh, what's that? Okay, sorry. So I literally was watching clips of this all weekend to prepare for tonight, and I was bawling at almost every clip. I'm such a nerd, and it might be just because I grew up in the Midwest on a cornfield, so that might be why I love this movie so much. But I was literally in tears about a baseball movie, you guys. But that's just the thing. This movie is about so much more than just baseball. So track with me. I'm bummed that you guys couldn't see the trailer, but hopefully it'll make sense as I get going. But you guys, this movie is about having a dream planted in your heart and believing in it so strongly that no matter who around you doesn't believe in it, doesn't see it, even tries to talk you out of it, you can't even sleep at night sometimes because this dream is so strong, so real, so loud in your heart that you can't tune it out. And I know you guys hopefully know where I'm going with this, but that's how we have to be with our belief in this dream that we have of plexus in our hand. We've got to feel this strongly about it that that it is that strong to where we just go for it. So doesn't that sound familiar to you guys, just with plexus and everything? Following a dream in your heart, even when those around you think you've lost your mind. Who has people around them that are complete skeptics, think you've lost your mind, you're building a baseball field out in the middle of a cornfield. Like, who's going to come see that? Who cares, right? We all have those people in our lives. But you guys have probably heard the phrase, seeing is believing, right? Have you guys heard that phrase, seeing is believing? Well, I want us to flip that around and realize that in this business, in this industry, and what we have with plexus, we have to believe it, you guys, before we're going to see it happen. I know a lot of us are like, okay, well, once I get to Ruby, then I'll believe in this opportunity. Or once I get to Emerald, then I know that this is real. No, you guys, you have got to believe it in your heart of hearts before you even see any of that come to pass. So believing before you see, guys. We can't be seeing as believing anymore. You guys, the Bible even says that we walk by faith, not by sight. That goes so hand in hand with Field of Dreams. Majority of the people will not believe something until they can see it. Would you guys agree with that? Most people won't believe you about something until they can see it with their own eyes. But what a boring way to live. You know, that is so boring to only believe in things that you can see. That's just really depressing, actually, when I think about it. You guys, while I was at corporate in Scottsdale, Alec, our president of Plexus, was talking to us. And he said one thing that he sees in every single jewel in our company is that they are abnormal, that we are not normal people. The people who make it to the top of Plexus are not normal people. Yes, they're normal in the grand scheme of life, like anyone can do it, but there's a common thread between every single person that makes it to the top of this company, and it's that they are different, that they wanted more out of life, that they believed in themselves, that they had a dream so big in their heart that they cast away all the negativity, all the naysayers, and they went for it. So most people would be appalled if somebody said, okay, you're abnormal. But I actually saw it as a compliment. When Alec said we are abnormal, I was like, that's awesome, because that means I'm different. That means I'm doing something against the grain. I'm not doing the same old that everyone in their life is doing, working 9 to 5 until they're 65 and hoping that they have retirement. That to me does not seem like living, okay? I'm okay being abnormal in that sense, and I want you guys to be okay with that too. I want to live extraordinary, you guys, and I want you guys to be in that position where you feel the same way, where you want to color outside the lines, right? Where you see things that people can't even dream of. There are people out there, you guys, who can't even dream of a better life. I want us to be those people that can see something that's a clean slate, and we can dream something into existence. We can see it with our hearts. We can see it with our hearts, and then it comes to pass before our very eyes. Without belief, you'll never see. So be abnormal. That's where the magic happens, y'all. Believe before you see. Be visionary. That's what I love about this movie. Kevin Costner, well, Ray was his name in the movie. He was a visionary. He saw things before they even came to pass. And even the people that were closest to him thought he was crazy. They couldn't see it for the longest time. See what others refuse to see. People will doubt you, Okay, let's just put that out there on the table right now. People will doubt you. People will even talk poorly about you. You guys, I've had people talk poorly about me. I have not gotten to where I am with everyone cheering me on. People have talked badly about me. People are going to laugh at you. And you guys, I used to be the biggest people pleaser ever. And to think that people would laugh at me used to really hurt my feelings. People will even pull up a chair to watch you fail and make a fool of yourself. And that's what happened in that movie, Field of Dreams. People were pulling up chairs because he was creating a baseball field in the middle of nowhere, Iowa, and believing that people would come from all over the world and come watch this baseball game take place. And people were pulling up chairs to watch him make a fool of himself. And he just went right out there every single day and worked on his baseball field. But when you believe and follow the dream that has been planted in your heart, you will not fail. Does anyone have that dream? Do you guys you could be doing anything. You could be, taking a shower or trying to go to bed at night or making dinner, and you are just thinking so much about Plexus and what this can do for your life. Are any of y'all in that place right now? Okay. That is where you have got to be to get to the top of this company, to get to where you're going. There have been so many times, you guys, that I'm in the middle of doing something and I just can't stop thinking about this because it's a dream in my heart. It's something that I know is coming to pass. I'm so passionate about, and I can't shake it. I can't ignore it. And that is how Ray in Field of Dreams was. He was going about his normal life, and it was so strong in his heart that he had to pursue it. He had to follow that dream. You guys, you have to follow that voice that says, you can do it. There's going to be times when people are saying, I don't think you can do it. You're not going to do it. You have to follow that voice that says, you can do it. Or that voice that says, I think I can. Even if you don't know if you can, if you think you can, you need to follow that voice. Or that voice that, this is one thing I always say, if you build it, they will come. Follow that voice that says, if you build it, they will come. Or the voice that says, and this was in the trailer of the movie, go the distance. You guys, this empire that you're building is not going to be built overnight. But I promise you, if you go the distance, you will make all your dreams are going to come true. You will, in a couple years, you will look back and be like, oh my gosh, what if I hadn't followed this dream? What if I had cared what people thought of me? What if I had stopped building? And you guys, I promise you, continue, go the distance. It will be so worth it. I guarantee that people will think that you've lost it. But you guys, who cares? Nothing good ever came from staying within your comfort zone. There will be people you are closest to that won't join you on this journey. You guys, I have some of my best friends that still have not joined me in this journey. And I have a Lexus sitting in my garage. Okay? So I just want you guys to know, if you have people that you thought would join you on this journey and they haven't yet, that's normal. That's okay. And although it's frustrating, it's okay, you guys, because as you follow your dreams and start building your foundation, those visionaries will come and join you. The people that can feel that same dream in their heart, or, can see that dream that you have in your heart and want to believe in it so much for themselves, those people will join you, okay? And you'll start building this together. The saying isn't wait for people to come and then start building. I think that's where a lot of us find ourselves. We're like, okay, where's my people? Where's my people? We need to build this. Let's go, guys. And the saying is, if you build it, they will come. So what that implies is action on our part before anyone ever starts joining us, right? And before we start building it, we have to have belief in what we're building. You don't want to just go out there and hope something sticks. You have to believe that what you are building is going to last and it's going to be worth something. And then as you are doing that, and as your belief is evident to other people, those people that are supposed to join you will show up and they will start building with you because their belief is so strong because of your belief. Start pouring the foundation and don't stop building. the right people at the right time will join you. I promise you guys that. All too often I hear people say, well, I have this many people on my team, but no one has the vision. Nobody's doing anything. You guys, that is normal. That is normal. Most people won't catch the vision. Most people are normal, and that's okay. Most people are normal. They're never going to have this dream in their heart that they can have a better life than they thought possible. That's okay. We're not looking. The normal people can join us. The normal people can get their products wholesale. That's perfectly fine, because normal people need to be healthy too. But we're looking for those, one in a million people that are abnormal, that want more for their lives, that when you cast that vision to them of what this can be for them, you don't have to force it down their throats. You don't have to convince them. They will get that dream planted in their heart, and they will start running with you. So it's up to us to tell them what we are building. I think that's where we lack sometimes. We just hope that they'll catch the vision, but we haven't even cast the vision. We have to cast this vision of what we're building, and then the right people that are ready for it are going to jump in full force and go with you to the top. So it's up to us to invite them, but it's up to them to catch it. And trust me, you guys, the visionaries will join you on this journey. You just got to keep looking and building, and the right people are going to join you. So you guys, this makes me think of just another really quick story. There was a school, an elementary school, that was built in our neighborhood last year. And when they first started building, you guys, it seemed like quite the undertaking. There were trees there. They had to clear it. They had to do all these things before it even looked like anything was taking shape. It just seemed like a huge undertaking. After all, they had just so much work cut out for them. But they posted a sign of what they were building and when they wanted it to be finished. And they wanted it finished before the start of this past school year. And to all of us in the neighborhood, we're like, wow, well, we'll see if this happens. Like, we were skeptical. We were naysayers. We're like, okay, well, we'll believe it when we see it, right? Well, you guys, day after day, I would go on a walk with our kids, and every day they were out there. And a lot of days, you guys, it looked like nothing was happening. It looked like nothing had changed from the week before. And that's how we feel in our businesses. We show up daily, we put in our time, we do our income producing activities, and we're like, I don't see anything happening. I don't see anything happening. But you make a decision, you know where you're going, you know what you're building, you know what your estimated, timeline is, and you show up the next day and you lay some more bricks, you dig some more of your foundation. And day after day, the right people are showing up and building together. And then you guys, within 6 months, it was like, oh my gosh, like there's actually something happening there. And it wasn't huge. The school wasn't finished. It definitely wasn't ready to be open anytime soon, but we could see how things were starting to take shape. So you guys, that is exactly how our businesses feel at times. You're showing up, you're doing stuff, and nothing is happening, right? Does anyone ever feel that way? Like, why should I even care? But you guys have got to make the decision that you are not going to finish until that building is in place. You're building this, you're creating a legacy, you guys. You're not just out here hoping something sticks. Like, you are building a legacy for your family and your family's future. So you guys, what I want you to do is make sure that you have dug that sign, just like that school did. It was like, okay, it looks like nothing is here, but this is what we're doing. We're building an elementary school. This is the name of it, and this is when it's going to be open. Even though none of us could see it. We couldn't see it, right? But that's what they did. They're like, this is what will be here. I want you guys to do that. I want you guys to plant your sign in your life and tell your family and friends. It might not look like I have much right now, you guys. I might not even be a silver ambassador, but this is what I'm doing. This is where I'm going. And watch and see, you guys. I will build this and you will see it. And I want you guys to do that. If you have not done that yet, you have to do that. So, okay, hang on. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so that way, as they, as your friends and family pass by on a regular basis, just like I did, I would walk by that school and it didn't look like anything was happening. Your friends and family will catch glimpses. they'll be like, oh, wow, maybe something is happening. And they'll just start seeing that take root in your life. And there's still going to be times where they will doubt what you are building and wonder if it'll ever be done. But just keep building and show up every day and do the work, you guys, because brick by brick, it's going to come together. So I just want to encourage you guys to go the distance, because if you build it, the right people are going to come alongside you. So that's all I had for that one. Does that make sense, you guys, or am I like loony?
Totally makes sense.
Okay, I want your feedback, guys. Like, what stuck out to y'all? I just want to hear you guys and your heart and everything. Oh, wait, do you guys have questions?
Amber?
Yeah.
One of the things that stuck out to me, it's always incredible to me how my church and my faith parallel my plexus journey.
Yeah.
And I gave the Sunday school lesson this Sunday about spreading the gospel throughout the world, about missionary work. And one of the things it talked about was that there's always obstacles that come. And they talked about, there's all kinds of walls that you put up around yourself that prevent you from doing what you want to do. There's comfort walls, there's financial walls, there's grandchildren walls, there's self-satisfied walls. There's all kinds of walls, and I think sometimes that's what gets in our way of our dream. Is those self-imposed walls that we put up, and we forget that we can dream and tear them down.
That's so true, Debbie. I love that. And that's so true. It's like we're supposed to be building these walls of our, legacy and everything, but instead we get caught up with the walls that are preventing us from doing that. And you guys, one thing from that movie, he surrounded himself with people that could see that vision with him. And he just drowned out the naysayers. And I want you guys to do that. If you haven't done that yet, you have got to do that. I just feel like that is so important, you guys, that you surround yourself, even if you only have a hint of, okay, I think I can do this. Surround yourself with maybe one or two other people that believe that for you, and you will be surprised at how huge your belief can grow when you are around people that believe in you. A lot of times we can't believe in things for ourselves because we're around people that can't believe in anything for us. And find those people, you guys. Find that one or two people in your life that will give you space to believe that this is possible, and you will just be amazed at what you're able to do. So I love that feedback, Debbie. What else? What else stuck out to you guys, or did you guys have anything you'd like to add to it?
Well, I'd like to.
Oh, wait, Sue, I can't hear you. What'd you say, Sue?
Well, I'd just like to say that that's very true, that you have to believe it before you're going to see it. And that is biblical. I guess I've really enjoyed the Dremels because they are such positive people, and it's just a belief. And part of it's a belief that if it's God's will for you, it will happen. It isn't that we just do positive thinking and that we just say it's all going to be wonderful enough times, it's going to be wonderful. It's because you believe that it's the right time. You believe that it's something that God is calling you to do, to healthier living, and that it's the time to pursue it. Then I think you can pursue it with confidence because you know that it's right for your body. God wants us to be healthy. It's right that we want to be responsible with our money, and it's right in a lot of different ways. Mm-hmm. So, and we can have confidence to move ahead, and it doesn't always. I've certainly had enough obstacles. since I started.
Yeah.
But I know that it's in my heart of hearts. I know that it's right.
Yes. I love that, Sue. So good. Anyone else? I want to hear y'all's feedback. How have you guys, because it seemed like a lot of people had, naysayers or whatnot. How have you guys dealt with that?
My naysayer was my third ambassador.
There you go.
And that's been difficult for me because she's dealt with, the frustration of how it all went. And then had some die-off symptoms. And so then she kind of gave it up for a while. And so now she texted me about 5 days ago that she's starting back on Plexus again. And I sent her another text saying, great, if there's any information I can get to you, let me know. I'd like to support you, and let me know when you need anything further from me. And I don't want to keep hounding her, but I want to be supporting her. But she just doesn't get to the point of pulling the trigger again, and I just have to be patient.
Right. No, I agree. Like, patience is so key. Like, for me, I feel like I used to just want this so badly for people, especially because there's so many people in our lives who are like, oh my gosh, this would help your life so much, whether it's the products or the opportunity or both. And I think, so then I would pull back and like not want to share at all because I overshared and then I didn't share. And now I really just see it as, you guys, it is our responsibility to share the vision of what these products can do for people and the vision of what this opportunity can do. But it's ultimately up to that person to make that decision if they're ready. And now that takes so much pressure off of me. Like, okay, did I say it right? Have you guys heard the saying, you can never say the right thing to the wrong person and the wrong thing to the right person. That's kind of how I think about this. Like, the people that are going to join you on this journey, you could probably tell them, I don't know, something completely wrong. Like, oh, the pink drink actually tastes like blueberries or chocolate. And it doesn't, you guys. It tastes like, a cherry Tootsie Pop. You could tell them something totally wrong. And if they're supposed to join Plexus, they will, and they'll forgive you, or not forgive you, but you can never, basically, it's our job to share that vision with people, and it's up to them if they're ready to make that decision. So that kind of takes the pressure off of us for wanting it so badly for people, because it's ultimately up to them if they're going to want it. But, okay, let me see here. Yeah, Tristan said, kill with kindness and suffocate with success. I love that. Always being consistent. And that's another thing, you guys. A lot of your friends and family are just waiting to see if you're going to stick this out. You guys, I have been with Plexus for 2 years. I had a call today from someone I talked to about Plexus 2 years ago, and she has seen my journey. She's actually related to us on my husband's side. And she called me today and I was like, okay, tell me about Plexus. She's seen my journey the entire 2 times. But sometimes people just are waiting to see if you're going to stick this out before they even give it a thought. So I love that, Tristan. Yes, and Bree said, always surround yourself with positive Plexus people. That's so true, you guys. You have got to surround yourself with those people that are going to speak into your life. So good. Well, does anyone else have anything they wanted to share about anything that's on your mind?
I do.
Yeah, Chrissy.
So you were talking about being consistent with building the vision and sharing that building block with other people. And you've touched on this before, and it's so true. The people that we don't think are watching us are watching every second. Okay. We went to dinner last night with a very good friend of ours, and she's actually on my chicken list because she is extremely smart. She's got a marketing degree. She is savvy. She is sassy. And I know she needs Plexus for her health. we went to dinner last night and it came up in conversation, and she goes, I read everything. And I said, you do? So she reads everything. She says, and she asked me some really pertinent questions, and it just, I haven't really approached her because she's my chicken list, you know? I was too chicken. So they're watching.
Yeah.
And we stay consistent. We stay positive. We keep putting the data out and giving them the information and showing them the road. They will follow and see it. It's going to happen.
Yes. I love that, Christy. And, you know, like I mentioned earlier, like I'm naturally, I don't know if I am anymore. I think I still am, but naturally kind of a people pleaser. And I just take everything. I used to take everything personally. And so if somebody said no, I would think they were rejecting me, you know, or judging me. And you guys, a lot of times people aren't joining you because it's something that they're not sure of for themselves. You know, we take everything so personally, or at least I know I used to. But a lot of times it's just, they don't see it for themselves yet. Or you might have people on your team, you guys. I want you guys to always be pouring your belief into the people on your team. Because you might have people sitting on your team that you know could be amazing at this, and they're not doing anything with it, even though they love our products. And you might be thinking, well, I don't want to bother them. You know, I don't want to just waste their time or anything like that, or force them to do this. But just you simply pouring belief into them, you will be amazed at who rises to the occasion. A lot of people don't have that belief that they can do this. They might want to do it. They might think it's a neat idea, but they don't have that belief for themselves. And I know I've mentioned this before, but Michelle Thomas, you guys, she is a diamond and her husband is an emerald. Her upline is Sonia Dudley. There's no way you can be on Sonia's team and not have belief poured into you on a regular basis, I'm sure. And Michelle never saw this for herself, but Sonia was like, you are going to be a diamond. You're going to be a diamond. And I just want to encourage you guys to pour that belief into people. You might be like, man, I have all these people on my team and nobody wants it. Take a good look and see if you've even poured belief into those people. If you have and they haven't responded, that's okay. You know, it's not their time yet. But if you haven't poured belief into them and they don't want it, start there, you guys. Start there by sharing that you know that they can do it and you're here to hold their hand and answer their questions and help them. But if you haven't poured any kind of belief into them, don't get frustrated if they don't have that vision, because it's up to you as their sponsor to pour that into them. So hang on, there's something in the chat. What did you guys say? Oh, Jeremy said, read the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And this I got from was positive people will surround themselves with other positive people. Yes, so true. Well, and that's the thing. Once you start surrounding yourself with positive people, the minute you're around like your old like negative people, it's like, oh, like I don't really want to hang out with you anymore. Sorry. So funny. Good stuff. Does anyone else have anything to add? Oh, yay. I thought my phone was being ghetto and it's not. This is so exciting. You guys ready for our picture? Hang on, let me stop recording.